Do you really want to get rich in 2025? Then here's the truth that few have the courage to tell. Sacrifices are inevitable. And the first one is abandoning rampant consumerism. If you don't learn to say no to impulse buys, your money will slip through your fingers without you even noticing. Before making any purchase, ask yourself, is this going to make me richer or poorer? Am I buying because I need it, or just to impress others? Will this item still matter to me a year from now? The honest answer to these questions can change your finances forever. And there's more. Adopt the 48-hour rule. Whenever you're thinking about buying something non-essential, wait 2 days. You'll often realize that the urgency fades and the money stays in your pocket. Consumerism may seem harmless, but it's a silent trap. Want to build real wealth? Start by sacrificing the habit of buying what you don't need. Leaving the security of a stable job may seem scary, but if you want financial freedom, this is a necessary sacrifice. The truth is, depending on a fixed salary, no matter how comfortable it seems, is one of the biggest financial traps of the modern world. As Robert Kiyosaki, one of the leading authors on financial education, said, "The risk is in depending on one income source." Think about it. When you trade your time for money, your growth is limited by the hours in the day. No matter how hard you work, your salary will have a ceiling. What do the wealthy do differently? They build passive income sources. While most people are stuck in an eternal cycle of work and salary, they create systems that make money even while they sleep. Now you're probably thinking, but how can I start? It's simpler than it seems, but it takes courage to take the first step. If you have a job today, you don't need to quit it right away. The secret is to start a side hustle. It could be something related to a skill you already have, a small online business, or investing in assets that can grow over time. At the same time, invest in financial education. Read books, take courses, consume content that helps you understand how money truly works. The transition may be challenging, but think about this. Would you rather spend your whole life seeking stability or take the calculated risk of building something that could give you true freedom? Those who become financially free are not afraid to innovate, step out of their comfort zone, and seek new opportunities. A fixed salary may be secure, but that security often comes with limitations. Learn to create systems that work for you. Delegate, automate processes, and never stop seeking new ways to generate income. The most important thing is to understand that leaving the security of a fixed job doesn't mean jumping into the dark, but opening doors to a future with endless possibilities. Even in challenging times, it is possible to achieve financial freedom and get rich with your salary. In my ebook, which will be in the pinned comment link, How to Get Rich, even with a low salary, you will learn practical strategies to save, invest, and increase your income. And I will show you the way. I'm gifting it to you. The units are limited, so make sure to get yours right now before it runs out. Avoiding reckless debt is one of the most important steps to building a healthy financial life. Debt, when poorly managed, can be a silent prison that drains your growth opportunities. The big question is not whether you have debt, but what kind of debt you carry. Not all debt is bad. Some can even be helpful if used as leverage to invest or grow financially. The difference lies in recognizing which debts help you rise and which pull you down. Consumer debt, the kind used to buy things that lose value quickly, is a real trap. Buying the most expensive phone, upgrading your car unnecessarily, spending on clothes or vacations you can't afford, all of this seems harmless at first, but when accumulated, it can turn into a snowball that becomes harder and harder to control. If you've ever been in a situation where you paid only the minimum on a credit card or saw your interest rates increase month after month, you know exactly how draining that can be. The strategy to get out of this cycle is simple, but it requires discipline. First, divide your debts into two categories, good and bad. Good debts are those that help you grow, like a loan to start a business or invest in education. Bad debts are consumer debts, which don't bring any return. The focus should be on eliminating these toxic debts as quickly as possible. An effective technique to get out of debt is to prioritize paying off the smallest ones first. This may seem counterintuitive, but the logic is to create small victories that motivate you to keep going. By paying off the smallest debt entirely, you gain momentum to tackle the next one. Another tip is to avoid taking on new debts until you have full control over the ones you already have. Imagine what it would be like to live without the weight of debt hanging over you. The money you currently spend on interest could be invested to work for you. Instead of paying interest to the bank, you could be multiplying your resources. The secret is to be patient and have a clear strategy. Remember, the path to financial freedom begins with conscious decisions. Avoiding reckless debt is not just about numbers, but a mindset shift. Every debt avoided or eliminated is a step toward your independence. One of the hardest but most powerful decisions for those who want to grow financially is to let go of toxic and unproductive friendships. This may seem harsh, but the truth is that the people around you have a huge impact on your life, including your financial success. Have you noticed that the conversations you have with certain people motivate you, while others seem to drain all your energy and even discourage you from your plans? Negative relationships are like anchors. They hold you back when you try to move forward. Some people don't want you to change or succeed because that forces them to confront their own limitations. They'll question your decisions, make discouraging comments, or even try to convince you that your dreams are too big. Stay alert to these signs. Surrounding yourself with such people can sabotage your goals, even if at first you don't notice it. On the other hand, when you connect with people who have a growth mindset, everything changes. You start getting inspired by new ideas, learning from others' experiences, and gaining motivation to keep evolving. These are the people who celebrate your victories, help you find solutions in tough moments, and above all, encourage you to keep going. But how can you identify who's really by your side? Pay attention to behaviors over time. Productive friendships are based on mutual support, growth, and positive exchange. Toxic ones usually revolve around constant criticism, disguised envy, or even unfair competition. And remember, letting go of a toxic friendship doesn't mean creating conflict. On the contrary, it's about prioritizing your well-being and making space for new connections that can help you achieve your dreams. Sacrificing friendships that don't add value may be painful at first, but it's liberating. After all, your time and energy are valuable resources. Choose to share them with people who lift you up, and you'll see how your life, not only financially, but in all aspects, will begin to prosper. Stop seeking immediate pleasure if you want to build something great and lasting. In a world where everything is just a click away, it's easy to fall into the trap of instant gratification. We want quick results, immediate rewards, and solutions that happen overnight. But the truth is, the greatest achievements in life, including financial freedom, require patience, discipline, and a long-term vision. Have you noticed how many impulsive financial decisions are based on the desire for instant satisfaction? It might be that expensive dinner that wasn't in the budget, a vacation paid in installments, or buying a new gadget just because you felt like it. At the moment, it all seems like a great idea, but later comes the feeling of regret when you realize that those choices delayed your bigger dreams. Avoiding this constant search for instant rewards doesn't mean living a joyless life, but rather learning to differentiate fleeting desires from real goals. Imagine that every financial decision is a seed. You can plant it today and harvest tomorrow, or you can consume everything right away and have nothing in the future. That's exactly how it works. Those who learn to wait and invest in growth will reap the best fruits later on. A practical example, think of investments. They don't give an immediate return, but over time, they can multiply what you have today. Or in building a business. In the beginning, it might seem like you're just working hard without seeing big results, but with patience and dedication, success inevitably comes. The key is to change your perspective. Every time you feel like giving in to momentary pleasure, ask yourself, is this bringing me closer or pushing me farther from my true goal? If the answer is pushing me farther, it may be better to wait. And when you manage to control the urge to act impulsively, you discover something powerful. The feeling of long-term accomplishment is far more satisfying than any immediate reward. Financial success doesn't happen overnight, but every sacrifice you make today is a step toward a much freer and more prosperous life tomorrow. Letting go of limiting beliefs about money is essential for achieving any kind of prosperity. Often the biggest obstacle we face is not outside of us, but inside our own minds. The way we think about money directly shapes our actions. If you believe that money is something dirty, that money can't buy happiness, or that you're not meant to be rich, no matter how hard you work, the chances of achieving great wealth diminish considerably. These limiting beliefs can be planted from childhood, influenced by culture, family, or society. Many people grow up hearing phrases like, "Money is for others," or "We can't have too much money without losing our ethics." While these ideas may be well-intentioned, they teach us to fear wanting more, or to think of money as something to avoid. However, for those who wish to prosper, this is a huge obstacle to overcome. True change begins when you understand that money is neither good nor bad. It is a tool. What you do with it is what truly matters. By replacing limiting beliefs with an abundance mindset, you begin to see money from a new perspective, as something that can be used to create more opportunities, help others, and achieve the freedom you've always dreamed of. The abundance mindset allows you to see that money is available for everyone, and by learning to manage it intelligently, you can thrive without guilt or shame. Moreover, financial education is crucial. The more you learn about how money works, about investments, and about managing assets and liabilities, the more powerful you become. Knowledge is the key that unlocks the doors to financial freedom. If you haven't invested in your financial education yet, you're missing out on the opportunity to create a solid foundation for your future. Don't let these limiting beliefs hold you back. Free yourself and start cultivating a mindset that sees money as a tool to achieve great things for yourself, for your family, and even for your community. When you change the way you think about money, you'll begin making smarter financial decisions, attracting opportunities, and growing steadily. The path to financial freedom also involves the ability to delegate and stop trying to control everything. It may seem difficult to let go of control, especially when you're used to doing everything yourself, but this is one of the biggest secrets of millionaires and successful people. They know how to delegate. At first, it might even seem easier to do everything yourself because you trust your work and believe no one can do it as well as you. But in reality, trying to do everything on your own is a surefire way to overload yourself. And when you're overwhelmed, you end up losing focus on the truly important activities. The secret lies in building a team, whether with other people or with systems that work for you. Delegating doesn't mean weakness, it means strategic intelligence. By delegating tasks, you can invest more time in what really generates results, like making important financial decisions, analyzing investments, or planning for the future. The freedom of not needing to do everything yourself creates an incredible space for your creativity and the growth of your wealth. And you don't have to delegate only with people. Nowadays, there are technologies, software, and automations that can do most of the repetitive or bureaucratic work for you. Financial management systems, for example, can organize your expenses, monitor investments, and even identify savings opportunities, all while you sleep. Delegating tasks to technology is a powerful way to boost your productivity and make your money work for you. If you're still trying to do everything yourself, it might be time to reflect. What could you delegate? What activities are taking up your time but aren't essential to growing your wealth? By starting to delegate, you give yourself the chance to focus on the actions that truly matter, on what will take you to the next level. And remember, the biggest obstacle to delegating is often fear. The fear of losing control, of making the wrong choice. But in reality, the lack of delegation is what will hold you back the most. Open yourself to the process of delegating and create systems that work independently of your constant presence. This is one of the key steps to achieving financial freedom and lasting success. If you want to achieve true wealth, you need to step off the beaten path and be willing to take calculated risks. Most people follow the safe route, the well-trodden path, simply because it's comfortable and doesn't require drastic changes. But what if I told you that most people who achieve great financial success do not follow the crowd? They choose to walk their own paths, often challenging and seemingly risky, but always with a clear vision of what they want to achieve. The ordinary life, as most people know it, is a repetitive routine of steady work, paying debts, and few or no initiatives to pursue greater freedom. This path may ensure a peaceful life, but it is also a path that limits financial growth. On the other hand, those who decide to take risks in search of alternatives, who think outside the box, often find incredible opportunities, even if at first glance they seem difficult or even risky. Making bold financial decisions doesn't mean being reckless, but being willing to learn, adapt, and above all, act. For example, investing in something new or starting your own business. For many, the idea of investing in a project that's not yet known in the market can seem terrifying. But successful investors know that the biggest gains come from unexplored opportunities, those untrodden paths that most people avoid. However, this doesn't mean being impulsive. Taking a calculated risk involves doing your homework. Before investing in something new or in something no one else believes in, it's essential to study the market, seek guidance, and, if possible, start gradually. But the key is act. Those who only watch opportunities without stepping forward will never see their potential materialize. Furthermore, following a different path may also mean adopting a different mindset. People who accumulate wealth often aren't afraid to be different. They think independently, aren't swayed by social pressures, and are always looking for ways to innovate. By deciding to walk your own path, you'll be creating a journey that is unique to you, not a reflection of what everyone else is doing. Another important point when stepping off the beaten path is overcoming the fear of failure. The fear of making mistakes keeps many people from seeking new opportunities. But it's important to understand that failure is not the end. It's a lesson, an essential part of the process. Successful people fail many times before reaching success. What sets them apart is that they don't give up at the first obstacle. They keep adjusting their course until they find the right way. So, if you're ready to build real wealth, stop following the crowd. Be willing to take risks, to learn, and to innovate. Great rewards rarely come to those who choose the easy path. True achievements come to those who have the courage to step out of their comfort zone and venture where few dare to go. Only then can you achieve true and lasting financial freedom. When we talk about achieving true wealth, we often forget that money is just one part of the puzzle. Another essential aspect is knowing how to avoid reckless debt. those that do not add value to your financial future and, in the end, only serve to trap you in a cycle of stress and limitations. Debts, when not controlled, can become a true financial prison, draining your energy and resources over time. Have you ever stopped to think about the impact that consumer debt can have on your life? Credit cards with high interest rates, personal loans to cover unnecessary expenses, or financing items that lose value quickly, these are the types of debts that not only affect your wallet, but also your mental health. Many people enter this cycle because they think buying things they can't afford will bring happiness or immediate satisfaction. But the reality is very different. These debts can take years to pay off, and during that time, the value of what you bought has already decreased, while the cost of the debt continues to grow. However, not all debts are the same. There is a type of debt that, when used wisely, can be a powerful tool for financial growth. Good debt. Debts to invest in real estate, for example, or in education that increases your earning potential, can be considered good, as they have the power to generate returns in the future. The trick is to distinguish between the debt that will help you grow and the debt that will only increase your financial burden. One of the most effective strategies for dealing with debt is adopting the prioritization rule. Start by paying off smaller debts with higher interest rates first. This allows you to quickly eliminate those that are consuming more of your budget, giving you a sense of accomplishment and making room to pay off larger debts. Additionally, by paying off the more expensive debts first, you prevent the accumulation of interest from becoming an unsustainable burden. Once you get rid of these debts, you will feel the relief that comes with financial freedom. Another crucial tip is to avoid taking on new debts, especially those that don't have a clear purpose or guaranteed return. Before using your credit card or taking out a loan, ask yourself, will this purchase help me build something valuable for the future, or is it just momentary satisfaction? Remember that what you gain now may not be worth it in the long run if it means carrying debts for many years. If you are in debt, the solution is to take clear and decisive steps to change this reality. Start with a plan. Evaluate all of your debts, set a strict budget, and eliminate unnecessary expenses. This process may be challenging, but the control you gain over your financial life will be worth the effort. Moreover, the peace of mind that comes with eliminating debts will free up your energy to focus on growth opportunities. By avoiding reckless debts and focusing on acquiring only those that are truly worthwhile, you will be on the right path to achieving true financial freedom. Instead of being a slave to debt, you will become the master of your own financial destiny. The pursuit of a solid and successful financial future requires a continuous process of personal evolution, and often it is necessary to abandon limiting beliefs about money. Many people carry wrong or distorted ideas about how money works, beliefs that ultimately become invisible but powerful barriers to their financial growth. Have you ever stopped to think about the messages you received about money throughout your life? Money doesn't bring happiness. Only selfish people want to be rich. Or, money is the root of all evil. These beliefs, often passed down from generation to generation, can make you feel guilty for wanting to achieve more, or simply for learning how to manage your finances well. The problem is that these ideas, deep down, reinforce the idea that money should be avoided, which goes against the principles of those who seek financial success. Challenging these limiting beliefs is the first step to opening the door to growth. Money, in itself, is neither good nor bad. It is simply a tool, an energy that flows wherever you direct it. What matters is how you handle it. If you believe that being rich is something negative, or that you don't deserve financial success, you will end up creating a mental barrier that prevents prosperity from flowing into your life. To change this, start adopting an abundance mindset. This means believing that there are enough resources in the world for everyone and that, contrary to what many say, money can be a positive force. Successful people are not afraid to desire more. They understand that financial success can be a tool to help others and transform the lives of those around them. Money is not the end, but the means that can allow you to create the life you've always dreamed of. Challenging your beliefs also involves understanding that learning about finance is not something exclusive to a select group of people. Financial education is something accessible to everyone. There are books, courses, podcasts, and many learning resources that can help you understand how to manage and invest your money wisely. The scarcity mindset, which limits your actions, needs to be replaced with a growth mindset, which opens doors to new opportunities and ideas. Remember that as long as you maintain a scarcity mindset, it becomes increasingly difficult to perceive the growth opportunities around you. The world is full of possibilities, and the key to taking advantage of these opportunities is to believe that you can and deserve to succeed. This doesn't mean being greedy, but being intelligent, disciplined, and determined to create a prosperous future. Therefore, if you want to achieve financial freedom, you need to start working on your beliefs. Allow yourself to be abundant, seek more knowledge, challenge myths about money, and above all, free yourself from limiting ideas. What you believe about money can determine, more than anything else, how far you will be able to go. The secret is in changing your mindset and being open to the endless possibilities that money can bring when used in the right way. As we move forward in building a prosperous financial life, one fundamental skill for success is the ability to delegate tasks and responsibilities. This may seem counterintuitive at first, as many people believe that in order to have full control over their finances, they must do everything themselves. However, the reality is that to reach a higher level of freedom and growth, you need to learn to trust other people and create efficient systems that work independently of your constant presence. Imagine that you have a large and complex project at hand. If you try to do everything yourself, you will quickly find yourself overwhelmed, making smaller decisions that distract your attention from the larger goal. However, when you learn to delegate, you can focus on the most important and strategic tasks, while other people or systems take care of the rest. This is a crucial principle when it comes to scaling your finances and creating a revenue stream that does not directly depend on your time. Delegating doesn't mean giving up total control, but rather trusting in systems and people who share your goals and have the skills necessary to help achieve success. In the business world, this is essential. Successful entrepreneurs are not those who try to do everything themselves. They are those who know when to hire the right people, trust them, and delegate the right tasks to ensure that the work gets done efficiently. In addition, delegating also means learning to automate processes. Today's technology offers countless tools that can do the work for you, whether in managing finances, organizing tasks, or even managing investments. When you set up automated systems, you can ensure that your financial resources are being managed effectively, even when you're not directly involved. This allows you to focus on what really matters, without being consumed by daily tasks. By delegating, you also make space for personal growth. You gain time to focus on developing new ideas, exploring opportunities, and improving your skills in strategic areas. Delegating doesn't mean stepping away from work. On the contrary, it means making smarter and more efficient use of your time, focusing on what will really bring long-term benefits. A clear example of this is when you start investing in businesses or assets that generate passive income. This requires much less direct intervention because the systems you've created or invested in are already working for you. You don't need to be present all the time. The cash flow happens without you needing to worry about managing every detail. To delegate successfully, it's also essential to have a mindset of trust. Trust in the people you choose to help you, but also trust in yourself, knowing that you're doing what's best for your future. When you learn to trust and delegate, your financial life becomes more balanced and focused on what truly matters. This frees up a huge amount of mental and emotional energy, allowing you to build a solid financial foundation without feeling overwhelmed. Finally, remember, no one achieves success alone. The secret to financial growth is knowing how to work with others, whether by hiring professionals, collaborating with business partners, or creating an automated management system that works in your favor. By learning to delegate and trust the process, you'll be able to focus on what really matters and achieve much greater results than if you were doing everything alone. Now, to wrap up, I'd like to ask you to like this video and subscribe to the channel. This really helps us bring more content like this to you. Also, don't forget to activate the bell so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos, full of tips to improve your financial life and achieve the freedom you deserve. Now tell me, what sacrifice do you think will be the most challenging for you in 2025? Comment below and share your ideas. And remember, the journey to success begins with a single step. So how about starting now? Like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.